What's up, guys? Sorry I wasn't able to be in class today. Unfortunately, I do have meetings all day. And so instead of you guys getting to see the live notes, you'll have to just settle with the video. Um, this lesson is going to be divided into two videos covering inductive and deductive reasoning. And it's on this page and the following page. So yeah, let's get started. So inductive reasoning is essentially um, when you notice a specific pattern that you assume is always going to hold true, right? It's based on your ideas and events and what you think will happen, right? So we're essentially what we're doing here is inferring that something's going to hold true depending on what has happened in the past. A conjecture is an unproven statement which you believe to be true based on observations and inductive reasoning. So now the difference between inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning is, though inductive reasoning, right, we're assuming things are going to be true based on things that have happened in the past. But deductive reasoning is a system or a process of which we can prove or justify that things are going to be true using previously assumed or proven statements. So this in and of itself is logic based on definitive rules or facts, right? So for example, number one, right? Does each conclusion use inductive or deductive? So remember, inductive is things that we assume are going to be true versus deductive, we're going to that we can prove are going to be true based on facts, right? So if today is Thursday, um, right, therefore tomorrow is Friday. So is that inductive or deductive? In this case, this would be deductive. And the reason that it's deductive is because we know that today is Thursday. That's a fact. And we know Friday comes after Thursday. That is also a fact, right? So therefore, this is deductive. Today is Thursday, therefore tomorrow is Friday. Moving on to B. Carl has been absent for the last 3 days. Carl will be absent this Monday as well, right? Although I don't know Carl, he's probably a great guy, right? We can't assume that he's going to be um, for sure gone on Monday just because he's been absent the last 3 days, right? This is inductive reasoning. So we're using a pattern that he has already made, right? Being gone 3 days, and we're only trying to assume that he's going to be also gone on Monday. It is inductive, it is not deductive. It's not based on facts, right? The fact is he has been absent, but he's not always going to be absent. That's not a fact, right? Um, now let's move on to C. Angle A and angle B are congruent vertical angles. If angle A is 75, then angle B is also 75 degrees, right? So in this case, we know the definition of vertical angles, right? We know that vertical angles are congruent. So by this fact, we know that if A is 75, then B has to also equal 75. And this would be deductive reasoning because we're using facts, right? Things that have been proven to be correct and justified. Let's keep going to D. If 3x equals 12, then x equals 4. Well, in this case, right, this would also be deductive reasoning. And the reasoning for that is because we know that in order for us to solve any sort of equation, we have to use inverse operations. And we know that if we divide by 3, x is equal to 4. And that's our answer, right? You could also say, hey, well, if you substitute x with 4, right, then we get 3 times 4, excuse me, and that's 12. So this is provable, right? This is deductive reasoning.